The Graduate Records Examinations, GRE, is a standardized test that is an admissions requirement for many graduate schools in the United States and Canada and a few other countries. The GRE is owned and administered by Educational Testing Service. According to ETS, the GRE aims to measure verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, analytical writing, and critical thinking skills that have been acquired over a long period of learning. The importance of a GRE score can range from being a mere admission formality to an important selection factor. The GRE was significantly overhauled in August 2011, resulting in an exam that is not adaptive on a question-by-question basis, but rather by section, so that the performance on the first verbal and math sections determines the difficulty of the second sections presented. Overall, the test retained the sections and many of the question types from its predecessor, but the scoring scale was changed to a 130 to 170 scale from a 200 to 800 scale. The computer-based verbal sections assess reading comprehension, critical reasoning, and vocabulary usage. The verbal test is scored on a scale of 130 to 170 in 1-point increments. Each verbal section consists of 20 questions to be completed in 30 minutes. Each verbal section consists of about 6 text completion, 4 sentence equivalents, and 10 critical reading questions. It is essential to master the difficult words that you may encounter during the verbal section of the test in order to be able to comprehend the questions, so that you can provide correct answers. Having a strong grasp of high-frequency GRE vocabulary words is essential for scoring well. This audiobook, 5,000 Most Common GRE Words with Example Sentences, Official Test Preparation Guide, a vocabulary builder for adults, is a compilation of high-frequency vocabulary words that are the most likely to appear on the exam. Purchase the audiobook now. Listen through it to build up an impressive vocabulary, improve your reading comprehension, and score well on the GRE exam. Restrained. Not showy or obtrusive. By contrast, Mr. Pei's restrained design took time to claim my attention, particularly since it sat quietly next door to Saarianen's concrete gull wings. Besiege. Harass as with questions or requests. He can't trot down the street without being besieged by paparazzi. Manifestation, a clear appearance. Singing and dancing are manifestations of what many Syrians describe as a much broader cultural flowering. Rebuke, an act or expression of criticism and censure. Afterward, the leaders fought court orders to release records showing what they had done, drawing an uncommonly sharp rebuke from a federal judge. Insurgent, in opposition to a civil authority or government. The Free Syrian Army, an insurgent group made of defecting soldiers and based in southern Turkey, claimed responsibility for both attacks. Rhetoric. Using language effectively to please or persuade. His fiery rhetoric in support of limiting cuts to projected defense spending has surprised and impressed some of Obama's toughest Republican critics. Scrupulous, having ethical or moral principles. The reason is that the vast majority of businesses are scrupulous and treat their employees well. Ratify. Approve and express assent, responsibility, or obligation. Company officials at Safeway said those replacement workers will remain on standby until the agreement is ratified by union members. Stump. Cause to be perplexed or confounded. Though family members long suspected Evans, a local handyman who frequently hired local youths, the case stumped investigators for years. Discreet. Marked by prudence or modesty and wise self-restraint. Sarkozy has attempted to tone down his image, becoming more discreet about his private life.